There was once a farmer who lived with his son on a small piece of land at the edge of a village. He owned one horse. One morning, the horse ran away. The neighbors gathered at his fence. "Such terrible luck," they said. "Your only horse gone. How awful for you." The farmer looked at them quietly. "Maybe," he said, "who knows?" A few days later, the horse returned, and it brought with it 3 wild horses. The neighbors came running. "Incredible luck," they cried. "One horse leaves, 4 horses return. How wonderful for you." The farmer watched the horses in his field. "Maybe," he said, "who knows?" The following week, the farmer's son was trying to break one of the wild horses. The horse threw him. The son's leg snapped. The neighbors shook their heads. "Such terrible luck," they said. "Your only son injured. How awful for you." The farmer sat with his son in the quiet of the house. "Maybe," he said, "who knows?" The next month, army officers rode through the village, conscripting every able-bodied young man for a long and brutal war. They looked at the farmer's son, his leg still healing, and passed him by. Every other young man in the village was taken. The neighbors stood at his fence, weeping for their own sons. The farmer said nothing. He simply went back to work. We are all neighbors in this story, every single one of us. Something good happens and we call it luck. Something bad happens and we call it disaster. We label and we judge and we decide what each event means, what it says about our life, what it says about our future, whether we are blessed or cursed, winning or losing, on the right path or the wrong one. And we do all of this before the story is finished. The horse running away was not the end of the story. The horse returning was not the end of the story. The broken leg was not the end of the story. It is never the end of the story. The Taoist teachers call this Wu Wei, non-resistance, not passivity, not indifference, but the deep, quiet understanding that you are standing inside a story that you cannot yet see the end of. Maybe is not resignation. Maybe is wisdom. It is the willingness to hold every event lightly, to let the story keep unfolding, without deciding too early what it means. The thing you are calling your worst year may be sending 3 wild horses. The thing you are calling your greatest stroke of luck may be about to throw you. You are always in the middle of the story, never at the end. I'll leave you with one question to carry into your day. What are you calling a disaster right now that might simply be a horse that hasn't come back yet? This has been The Long Thread. Ancient stories for the present moment. Tomorrow, another thread.